Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a really long time, but that's besides the point. I'm here now, so yeah. I'm just going to be starting off with the face today, and I'm applying the Stila Aqua Glow Primer Stick. It's really good if you have drier skin or if you just like that, dewy look. It has glycerin in it, so it helps make the foundation stick and last a lot longer on your face. And for foundation, I'm going to go in with the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation and just placing that in areas where I need it, like my cheeks, forehead, basically everywhere on my face. And to blend everything out, I'm taking this Morphe E7 brush. This is just like a flat top angled kabuki brush, I guess. It's really nice because it gives a really good coverage and gets into every crevice and all that stuff. But since the brush is so tiny, it kind of takes a while, so I was kind of being impatient and I just took this rounded kabuki foundation brush. I think the brand is called Bessa. I don't know, I got it off on Amazon, so yeah, without any product, I'm just going to go ahead and buff out the foundation, making sure there's no streaks or anything like that. And to conceal those dark under eye circles, I'm taking my Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. And before getting any product, I do warm the tips of my fingers because the concealer is on the thicker side. So I just take a little bit of the concealer, and since my fingertips are a little bit warmer, it kind of thins it out. So I'm not like caking on too much concealer, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just applying that under my eyes and taking my damp beauty sponge by Real Techniques and just blending that out. And I am keeping the concealer away from my eyelids because since we are applying eyeshadow, I don't want it to interfere with the eyeshadow primer. So yeah, and to set that concealer, I'm just taking my Airspun powder with the Japanese fluffy concealer brush and just setting the under eye area. And to set my foundation so it doesn't move throughout the day or anything, I'm taking this L'Oreal True Match powder, which has been my absolute favorite. It's just really smooth. And the reason why I made that face is I hit one of the eyeshadows with the end of my brush, so it was kind of a heartbreaking moment. But anyways, moving on to brows, I'm going in with the Urban Decay Brow Beater, and the shade I'm using is Warm Neutral, and I'm kind of just lightly filling in my brows, nothing too harsh or anything. I really just focus any sparse areas and elongate the tail of my brow, and then just blending it out with the spoolie. Nothing new. And just to clean up the brow area, I do go in with my Anastasia concealer in the shade 2.0 with the concealer brush and just clean up the edges just so nothing's looking messy or anything like that. Just makes everything look a little bit more sharp. So as always, before going in with any eyeshadow or anything, I'm taking my Urban Decay Primer Potion and applying that all over to the lid. And today I'm just going to be using the Tartlette In Bloom palette. It's the newest Tarte palette that came out. So first I'm applying that cream shade called Charmer and just applying that to the brow bone, all over the lid, or anything like that. I kind of like to set the primer first just so all the powders glide on and blend smoothly. a transition shade, I'm taking the shade Smarty Pants in the palette and just focusing that in the crease. I'm not really being too precise on this part, just kind of placing it there and not going too far up the brow bone and not going too low onto the lid. This is just going to be your blending shade, and this is the shade that's going to add a little bit of warmth to the look. Going in with the shade Jet Setter from the palette, I'm going to be placing that in the crease as well, kind of just on top of the Smarty Pants. And this is more of like a cool tone taupe shade, so it's just going to add more dimension to the crease. Going in with the shade Rebel from the palette, I'm going to be just placing that in the outer corner and blending it up into the crease. This is just going to prep us for any of the darker shades. When you're working with darker shades, it's always good to layer first so everything just looks more blended. But this color is probably one of my favorite colors in the palette. It reminds me a lot of Swiss Chocolate by MAC. It's just a little bit more on the mauve tones, but it's super, super pretty. And of course, with any eye look, take the time to blend out your lines. Nobody wants no harsh lines. Just take your time to blend, get that first shade that you use and blend out any harsh lines, or just go in with a clean fluffy brush. And to add a little bit more smokiness to the look, I'm going to take the color Leader, which is more of a deeper plum shade, and just placing that in the outer corner, right on top of Rebel, but not going as far up, I guess. I'm really focusing the color on the outer corner, and then whatever's left on my brush, just work my way in. And for the lid shade, I'm taking this frosty kind of champagne shade, I guess, from the palette. It's called Funny Girl, and just placing that all over the lid. I found this color to be not the easiest to work with. It's really like chunky, so it's good to kind of get it on your brush and then spray it with Fix Plus or water just to make it more metallic. After applying that lid shade, I like to go back in with that darker color, Leader, and just go right on top of it and kind of soften that line between the dark and the light, just so there's no harsh lines. So I already applied my wing liner off camera. I just couldn't do it on camera to save my life. So my wing liner's on, and after I go in with my liner, I like to go in with that shade Activist, which is just a deep charcoal brown, I guess, and just place that right in the outer corner. I like to do this after my liner just so I can kind of focus where it's supposed to be and not go too far up with it. And the brush I'm using is the Morphe M507 brush. This brush is amazing for the outer corner, or if you were to do any like cut crease or anything like that, it makes it so much easier. This is probably one of my favorite eyeshadow brushes. And then of course just blend out any harsh lines. To line my waterline, I'm going in with the Tarte Inner Brightener Liner. And I couldn't get this on camera, but I did smoke out the lower lash line using the shades Rebel and Leader in the palette, and just put it underneath that waterline. And I'm prepping my lashes for false lashes. I'm curling my lashes and applying a little bit of mascara. And the lashes I'm using today are the House of Lashes Iconics. And if you know me, I love my Cocoa Goddess, and they're pretty much the exact same thing as the House of Lashes Iconics, but of course cheaper, so definitely just go ahead and get the Goddesses. And to bronze up my face, I'm taking the MAC Give Me Sun Mineralized Skin Finish. This is my absolute favorite bronzer. But if you're looking for something to contour, I wouldn't recommend it. It gives a really nice sun-kissed glow. And to add a little bit more dimension and depth and to actually contour, I'll go in with my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer and just apply that right on top. I don't always do this, I usually just stick to the Give Me Sun, but I guess I was just feeling like contouring today. And to clean up the contour underneath, I just go in with the same setting brush that I used for my concealer and just wiped away the excess bronzer that fell down. And for blush, I'm taking MAC's Margin Blush. And yeah, I've been really loving this blush, but it's super shimmery, so if you don't like the shimmer, I wouldn't recommend it. And my favorite part of all is highlighting. I'm going to be taking Stila's Kitten highlighter and just apply it to the tops of the cheekbones, on top of my brow. You know how to highlight by now. It's 2016. And for lips, you can pretty much do any lip look with this, but today I'm going in with mauve. This is MAC's Prolong Wear Lip Pencil in Beer. And the lipstick I'm taking is MAC's Cream in Your Coffee. And that's pretty much the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, give this video a thumbs up and comment any looks you want to see down below. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!